Hello there folks, and another slightly different video for you this week. So it was kayaking last week, but it's going to be hiking over the next sort of day or two. So I've actually just arrived down in Torridon, and it's an absolute stunning area, which again hopefully you'll see and I'll be able to sort of show you in the video. But I've just sort of parked up tonight. I'm not going to be going into the mountains tonight. I've arrived down quite late, so it's going to be a case of sort of hunker down for a nice night tonight, and then get myself organised for a really early start tomorrow. So I've managed to find myself a wee space just for the van itself. So again, just along at the main car park itself, it was absolutely full, and the other car park that I normally go to is actually full as well. So I've managed to find myself a wee spot, so I'm just going to get myself set up, get the table out, and get myself all organised for a nice relaxing evening. It's just such a lovely area. Only thing is, I'm actually right beside the road, so not sure how much videoing I'm going to be able to do today. But as I said, just being able to sort of sit there, have a coffee with the scenery like that behind me, I'm not going to complain. So as I said, where I'm going to be going up is Beinn Eighe tomorrow, which is slightly further along the road, and there's a car park at the base of it. But as I said, that was full just now, so we'll head there first thing in the morning. But as I said, just going to have a coffee and a wee bite to eat, and then I'll catch up with you. So I've had to put the midgie net on, which is quite smart. Again, it was just a sort of cheap net from Amazon, and it's basically a magnetic strip across the top and then down through the middle, and it's actually meant for sort of like sliding doors, etc. And then I've just got hooks, so I'll show you in a bit more detail later, but I've just got hooks that are actually just sort of keeping the pressure on each side, and it just keeps the wee blighters out. So really nice. So I'm just going to get up, get the table set up, and get the chair out, and probably actually have my first beer if I'm honest. But I've also had to put another layer on. It's actually a lot colder than I thought it was going to be. It says it's 18 degrees, but it certainly doesn't feel like that just now. And then it'll just be a case of getting some tea on. As I said, I'm going to be trying to get to bed for sort of like 10 o'clock tonight, and a really early start tomorrow. I want to try and get onto the mountain as quick as possible. I always get this wrong. So there we go. Perfect. With that in the background, wow, that is epic, absolutely epic. Just amazing. So as I said, just it's brilliant just watching the clouds, so sort of kissing the top of the mountains there. But as I said, I'm just going to chill, relax, get some dinner on just now, and when I get my first beer out, I'll hook up with you. Life doesn't get much better. So I've been looking for this all day. So it's just an omelette with chorizo. But more importantly, first beer. That's so good. Okay, so I'm just going to finish this, and then I'll catch up with you. So I've just come out for a wee stroll just now, just to sort of get some fresh air, because that's it, I've just been sort of chilling in the van most of the night. So there's been quite a big incident, and I'm not quite sure what's been going on, but the air sea rescue helicopter has been sort of going back and forward over Torridon sort of 4 times there just now. So if there is any incident, really hope everyone's okay. But just sort of came along the road, and I'm going to turn the camera around and just wait and see this sunset. It is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Just amazing, absolutely amazing. So Torridon's just down to the right there, and then Shield Egg's just round the actual coast. As I said, one of my favourite places. But as I said, hopefully everyone is okay if there has been any sort of incident whatsoever, so keep your fingers crossed. But as I said, what I'm going to do just now is I'm going to get up really early tomorrow morning. So the plan of attack just now is sort of getting up sort of circa 5 in the morning, quick bit of porridge, and then it's going to be a case of getting along to the bottom of the car park at Beinn Eighe, and sort of head off up, try and get in the hill for about 6:30, something like that. So as I said, I'm going to call it a night just now, so barring any incident, I'll see you all in the morning. Well, good morning. Just having my porridge, get myself all fueled up. But I have to say, that was quite an interesting night last night. So the wind speed, it was meant to be sort of like 5 miles an hour. My big concern was midges, but it's been absolutely howling gale all night. Very, very odd. So basically the forest I'm in, or the car park that I'm actually in, the noise from it has just been unbelievable. So a little bit concerned about the summit. If it's as windy down here, what's it going to be like up there? Checking forecasts again, the wind speed is still meant to only be 5 miles an hour where I am. But also at the summit it's maybe 20. So that could be interesting. So what I might do is I might, instead of going anti-clockwise, I might go clockwise, and then sort of decide what I'm going to do. Potentially what that would mean is less time up in the summits. You know, but if the wind speed, as I said, is as strong down here, I just don't want to get myself caught out. So just going to finish off my porridge, and then we'll make our way along to the car park. Well, that's me on the trail, 6:10. But I have to say, it is absolutely freezing. Absolutely freezing. End of June in Scotland. And I've taken my beanie off, but I think I'll probably put my beanie back on again. But I've had to sort of change plans a little bit. So initially the plan was I was going to be going up more the sort of east end, up onto Beinn Eighe and along and back down the Triple Buttress. But I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what the problem is. So the clag is completely in, and so basically sort of 10-15 minutes into the hike itself I'd be completely in the clag. So what I'm doing is I'm going to be doing it clockwise, but I may very well not go around the full thing and actually just try and see if I can summit Beinn Eighe. I've also come around to a slightly more sheltered spot. I said that strong wind earlier on was just absolutely crazy. But look at this. Look at that. Beautiful. So I said, my hope is that if I can get up onto Beinn Eighe itself, I can then decide what I'm going to do, whether I'm going to try and do the full loop or not. And I'm just going to see what the clag is like at the top. Just watching somebody just now, so quite a lot of people will actually park on the bottom of this car park, walk along and then do the full loop. So somebody is going off to do that just now, so I'll probably meet him halfway around. But I'll catch up with you a little bit further on the trail. Well, the weather's not really improving much. Let's see behind me there. So it's just clag everywhere. But I come across this rock. It's quite smart. And I wonder what on earth caused that just to actually sort of crack the way it has done. Well smart. But I'm just about at the river crossing just now. So going to cross the river, and then it won't be long till I sort of turn the corner to head towards the triple buttress. But I say I just can't see a thing. So the views might be a bit of a struggle today, unfortunately. But still thoroughly enjoying it. It's just so nice just getting out on the hill. And I'm already in my third layer change. So I've turned over to just a sort of gilet with a base layer. It's actually quite warm. Alright, let's see if we can manage this without falling in. Nailed it. The one thing I'm sort of maybe thinking about is, without a shadow of doubt, I think there's an element of, you know, when I'm looking at the summit forecasts, etc. You know, it's obviously saying it's going to be completely clear. So chances are up at the summit it is completely clear. And there'll be a beautiful cloud inversion. So it might all be worth it. But as I said, just going to push on just now, and then I'll catch up with you just when I get to the main corner. Right, okay, so we're almost at the triple buttress, and I'm going to do a wee sneak up and basically wait and see this view. This is probably one of the most amazing places I've ever camped, and I'm also going to show you sort of roughly where I camped before, but this place is something else. So wait until I get my poles, and I said I'll turn the camera around just at the last minute, and I said this is definitely worth it. So that's been really enjoyable so far, absolutely good fun, but a bit challenging. It's now gone from being freezing cold this morning to absolutely boiling hot, as you would expect, but I don't think I was maybe expecting it to be quite this hot. But I'll be going up to the summit reasonably soon, so I'll get a chance to sort of cool down. Right, I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see this. Just look at that. That is just something else. Wow. Hopefully you enjoyed that, because I haven't seen anything like that since, oh, honest to God, since last time I was here. That completely and utterly took my breath away. And it's just done the same again just now. Unreal. Okay, quick wee chill out, second breakfast, and then it's going to be a case of getting up to the summit if at all possible. Just so peaceful, so peaceful. The water is crystal clear as well, so I'll show you that in a wee second. So this has some wine gums and a bit more water, so it'll be a case of sort of heading up to the next bit, which I'm a bit nervous about. I've never done it before. I don't know if you can see it in the background there, but there's a chute that goes up to the sort of summit and then onto the sort of the ridge, and then you move along. So I've been looking at another couple of options to try and see if I can't manage that, because it's more my leg. I'm just always just not so confident with this left leg, and I don't want to push it. So what I might do is end up just going up the actual side, which will be steep, but at the end of the day, the whole point is getting the summit done. But wow. And what I'm annoyed about is the fact that because of all the clag earlier on, I didn't take the drone. That would have been perfect for this. Look at it. Right, wee bit more water, and then it's just going to be a case of getting packed. And I'm just going to go over to the bottom of it and actually have a little look up and calculate it from there. But as I said, always veer on the side of caution. If I don't feel confident enough to do it, there is another route that I'm going to take up. So we'll get going just now, and we'll see what happens. So I've actually camped up here before, and what I'm going to do just now is, it was one of the most amazing sunsets I've ever seen. So I'm going to put the footage from the sunset up just now, just so you can actually have a little look at it. And I'm also just going to keep quiet. You know, I'm not going to do a voiceover or anything, just so you can actually get the atmosphere. So I'll put that up just now, and then I'll catch up with you when I get to the bottom of the big chute. Just look at that for a sky. That is unreal, and that's the view from the tent. Whew. Hard work. It's always a bit weird though when you're seeing the trail and it just vanishes. So I don't know where it goes. So I'm just going to go up to as far as I can see and try and figure it out. And then I said it's going to be a case of pushing on to the sort of chute itself. It doesn't look too horrendous from here, but it is bloody steep. So as I said, I'll get the helmet on. I've got the helmet with me, so I'll put the helmet on for that. But I'm just going to go and try and find my way just now, so I'll see you over there. Okay, so that is me just about to head up there. So I don't know if you can see it all that well. But as I say, this is the bit I'm most nervous about, just with my leg, because it is really, really steep. But as I said, I'll catch up with you at the top. Well, I did it. I'm so proud of myself for doing that. That was mental, absolutely mental. By far more hands-on rock than I've ever done before, but thoroughly enjoyable. So it's going to be a case of sort of hiking up to the top of Beinn Eighe at the moment, and then it's going to be a case of doing a reverse all the way around to here and then back down the other side. But no, that was immense fun. Right, let's get to the summit. Wow. Made it. Right, I've met up with another few people and the time window is actually starting to shorten, so I've decided I'm going to go back down to the triple buttress, but not down the really sketchy bit. I'm going to go down the grass, but there's a few of us doing it, so I'm going to catch up with them just so I know exactly where I'm going. So I'll see you down at the triple buttress loch. Well, that was hard work. That was really, really hard work. So I'll show you in a wee sec, but basically we came down, myself and someone else that was sort of up on the top, we came down the grass sort of slope at the side instead of having to come down the chute. But it's just so steep. It's just so steep, and the thing is the grass sort of cuts out, and then it's scree again and everything as well. So footing had to be absolutely perfect, but the leg's starting to wobble a little bit, so I'm just going to take 20 minutes just now just to sort of rest and relax and also enjoy those views. I'll turn the camera around in a second. They're just unreal. So no, I've got my lunch, so I'm going to sit. I have my lunch. I have an espresso gel, and I'm going to drink gallons of water and then actually just replenish it all down at the loch. But as I said, brilliant getting up there. I'd never done it before. Last time I was here, the wind was way too strong. But basically the wind that was meant to be coming in at sort of 4 o'clock was meant to change to 2. And what time is it now? It's just gone 1. You know, so I am going to try and get down as low as possible. Once I'm down past the loch, it is more a case of, it's not a massive steepness or anything at all. So if it does start chucking it down, I can just put the waterproofs on. But as I said, I'm just going to have some energy just now, and then I'll hook up with you. One last wee look before I head off. That has been epic, but again really hard, just on the legs. So there's quite a lot of people around, so I'm going to just sort of respect their privacy. So what I'm probably going to do, I think I'm going to be sort of mixed up amongst them as we're walking back, sort of idea. So what I'll probably do is I'll hook up with you sort of once I'm a wee bit closer to the van, and then I'll sort of finish off. But whew, absolutely mega, absolutely mega. Still can't believe I went up there. See you around the corner. Well, I've been trying to do some shots to camera on the tripod, but that ain't happening. The tripod just keeps getting blown over. Now it's really windy now, really windy, and this was the weather that was coming in. So I just don't think I would have got round to the bit that I needed to get to be able to make my way back off the mountain. So I did the right thing. But as I said, legs are feeling it now, they really are. But as I said, on the final push now, so probably about an hour just to get back to the van for a well-earned coffee. Wow, as I said, scenery to die for. Okay, as I said, this is really windy, so I'm just going to push on and I'll catch up with you at the van. Well, hello there, that's me back at the van and really looking forward to a nice coffee. So it's going to be really nice, just can't wait. But that's a hard hike. That was a hard day. I think going up that the sort of chute and then coming down off the Munro in the way I did, it just made it incredibly hard work. So that's been over 10 hours of hiking, so that's a long day in the hills. But no, thoroughly enjoyable as always. So I just want to say a massive thank you for watching. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.